How the heck am I going to do this? What's up, guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. Those of you just stopping by for the first time, subscribe, like, share, stay a while. It's a good place to be. Today on the channel, I'm going to be making the spare tire carrier that I promised I was going to be making. I'm not too sure how I'm going to go about doing this, but I do have an idea. I'm going to mount it, I think, on the harness bars, because I don't know that I'll ever really get harnesses, and if I do, well, I can just figure something else out. But I'm gonna have some sort of I have some square tubing over there in the corner. I'm just gonna make myself some sort of a little frame here on the other side of the tire. It's gonna swivel here, and I'm gonna have some sort of like latch here so I can unlatch it and lift it up and have everything underneath. So this will be actually sitting a little higher so that I can carry my jerry can and my tools with me. That's what the video is going to consist of. I don't know that I'm going to finish this all today, but I'll put all the clips in one video to share with you guys. So stay tuned. This is what we're doing today. So I think first things first, I'm going to start with the frame, because that'll be the easiest thing to figure out. All the bracketry and the latching will be a little more complicated later on. So I think I'll start with the frame, keep it simple. So I have this 1-inch square tubing. Not all that thick, but good enough for a spare tire. I think I have enough here. I have some variations of steel there that I can use for bracketry, and if I need to finish this up later. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come just past these right here. I'm going to have a square tubing going across here. I'm going to have it run down this way. And then right about here, I think I'm going to taper in behind the tire and then just make like a nice, do some pie cuts down here to make it kind of follow the tire. And then I'll have another square tubing come down this way with like a latch onto here. I'm going to weld onto this. And I don't care if I weld onto this. It's not actually part of the RZR. It's just an accessory bumper. So I don't care if I weld on this. I'll just touch it up with some flat paint after. Not that big of a deal. So I'll figure out a little latch here. And then I'll have my my swiveling hinges over here so the tire can come up and down. And it's also going to sit high enough too so I can fit anything underneath. So I'm going to get started with that. So it's been probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours since the last clip. Kind of forget where I left you guys off, but this is where I'm at. So I think I was saying that I was going to build the frame first, which is what I'm doing. So I've got a little bit of it made. This is going to be the top part above the tire there. And this is the frame I'm going to build. It's going to come down here. It's going to taper inwards. Probably have a little piece at the bottom here with a tab. And I'm going to put a wing nut to lock everything down. And for here, I actually bought hinges. So I'm going to bolt 2 pieces of angle right here, and I'm going to weld hinges to the top there. So that's going to be my hinges. It's kind of like door hinges. So that should work. Once it's all painted up, it should look nice. I'll grind it off so it doesn't look like a door hinge. But that's what I'm going for now. So I've got those pieces cut. I've got all my angles cut so that I don't have any open pieces of tubing. So I'll weld it all and grind it nice. So yeah, the next clip you're probably going to see, I'm going to have this all fabbed up. And I'm going to put it in place. You're going to get the idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, I'm already probably about another half hour, 45 minutes into it. So this is where I'm at. Just before I get too far, I want to show you guys what I've come up with here. So I've welded the hinges to the angle line there, which I have bolted there. And it doesn't matter if it goes this way, because once I have it mounted up here, this isn't going to move regardless. So I've got some nylon nuts there, so they're not going to come loose on me. So the piece that I have made here is going to get welded either to the top or the bottom of that. So then we'll be able to swivel up and down. And that's where we're going to get that the up and down action. So that's the height that I'm gaining right there between my box. So I'm able to put my tools there and my jerry can will be able to sit here and put something else there. It just gets it up and out of the way, and then I'll be able to finish out the bottom part here. So the next clip, I'll probably have this done here. I've got it already cut on an angle. I just got to finish off the frame there, and then we can move on from there, but I'll show you guys once I get that far. All right, I've gone one step farther. I've welded on the angles. So this is generally what it's going to look like. The tire is going to sit on here, and then this is just going to come up and down with the tire. Originally, the one I'd seen had like pneumatic cylinders, so that when you unclipped it here, it would push itself up. But I mean, I don't have any use for it, and who knows, I may even add that in the future. I don't know, it's not totally out of the question. But here, I'll rest the tire in it now, and you'll see basically what it's going to look like. That's generally what it's going to look like. So as you can see, I really love the look of that. It looks like a pre-rudder like, you know, the pre-runners have the tire in the bed. So it looks good from all angles, as you can see, and plenty of storage underneath, so I could put anything I want, cargo wise. So yeah, basically all I have to do is put this plate right here, weld the nut, and I'm completely finished. But I think that's it for today. I'm going to take this tomorrow, which is just going to be the next clip for you, and finish this thing up. As promised, we are the second day. I'm at the point where I need to weld on some sort of plate. So the idea is to put it like this, so I can put a bead back here and a bead in the front so it's nice and strong. And it's going to close onto a bolt right here with some sort of wing nut so that everything's nice and solid. Again, welding it on the tube here. Yeah, I guess that's the next step. I'm now pretty much completed. Went a little bit of a different route. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here in a second. I do want to explain something though. When I do stuff like this, generally it doesn't go the way I plan, and generally I screw something up and it's not perfect. Now that goes with everybody, nobody's perfect. However, I find myself cutting corners, doing things too quickly, and really not taking my time to finish projects the way it should, or the way I should be finishing them. Now this, I took my time, I fixed things that I wanted fixed, I didn't cut any corners, and I'm very happy with the result. It's very close to perfect. For something that's homemade, and something that didn't cost me barely anything, I'm very impressed. So here's the finished product. Minus a little bit of paint, this is what I did. So instead of welding the nut, I ended up drilling through the bar here just because I didn't want to have to repaint this and not find the right color. Like, it's like a satin, not quite a matte, not quite a gloss, kind of like a satin. So I put a nut through here, and as you see, this goes up and down very nicely. Closes onto there very nicely. I've got my little wing nut just like I wanted, so you're gonna go and tighten that there, and this does not move, and it's solid as hell. And instead of doing the little triangular thing that I was gonna try to do to fit the contour of the wheel, I ended up just doing this, and this worked out great. I'm gonna throw the wheel on here and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it looks like, and I think it turned out awesome. Just that easy. I ended up getting, I think these are the exact same as my wheel studs. I think they're 10. I think those are 12 actually, so maybe not the same. However, not that big of a deal. And I got some nylon nuts here, so I don't need to worry about these coming loose on me. Like I said, I made a little plate here, and it just kind of sits on there nice. So, see what I mean? How I'm impressed of how this turned out. And now all I gotta do to access the box after that is open up this here. Sorry for the giant trucks there driving in front of my yard, creating all that noise. But all you have to do is lift it like this, and it goes up just like that. And you have all the access to your box. Put it back down, throw your wing nut on there. Whoop. Back on the trails with a super solid spare tire mount. So all I need to do now is throw some paint on there, and it's complete. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. Let me know if you guys are going to tackle this. It's not that hard of a project if you have a little welder and just a bit of square tubing. This probably cost me about $30 to make because I already had some of the steel. All I bought was, I think, 12 more feet of square tubing. Even then, I still have some of it on the ground there and still some of it in the truck. So I still had lots to spare. So instead of spending hundreds of dollars on something like this, I went ahead, took a few hours and did it myself. So that just goes to show you, if you really want to do something, and you put your mind to it, that you can really do it. So I want you guys to have that same mindset and try this on your own. So without making this video longer than it has to be, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. If you liked this, do subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Like the video, share it, turn on the little notification bell just down there somewhere so you're notified every time I post a video. So I want to thank you guys for spending some time with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.